Hello Rebel and welcome back to my life. As I said last week, I'm making some videos explaining my book series by series. Contrary to what I said last week, I'm making those videos on Fridays, not on Mondays, and today we're talking about the Academy Journals. The Academy Journals is the second series of books that I've released set in the world of Underrealm. As with all of the Underrealm books, you don't have to read the other series in order to understand this one, but reading the other books definitely makes this one better. The story starts with Eben, a child of the merchant family of Drayden, visiting the High King's seat for the first time. The seat is the island home of the High King, from which he rules all of the 9 kingdoms of Underrealm. Eben's family is from the kingdom of Idris, but he's never been permitted to visit the seat before. We pretty quickly learn why. Eben's father is a horrible person and has made Eben's life miserable for pretty much the whole past decade, ever since it was discovered that Eben is an alchemist. An alchemist is a type of wizard that can manipulate matter by touching it. They can shape matter, they can turn it from one substance to another, and generally do a bunch of cool stuff with the world around them. However, any wizard needs to be trained in how to use their magic, but since Eben's father would never let him attend the academy to learn how to be a wizard, now at the age of 17, he's pretty much given up on ever really learning how to use his powers. But during his visit to the seat, Eben's aunt surprises him. She has finally convinced his father to let him attend the academy, and so now he's going to learn how to be an alchemist for real. Eben begins his schooling much later than he should have, so he becomes a social outcast at the academy pretty quickly because all of the other students his age are in much more advanced classes while he's in class with a bunch of 10 and 11-year-olds. He makes friends with a couple of other outcasts at the academy, as well as falling in love with Adara, a member of the Guild of Lovers, a state-sanctioned organization of prostitution. Oh yeah, by the way, you know how I said that the Nightblade epic was questionable content for kids? Yeah, you definitely do not want them reading the Academy Journals at all. But just as he's getting the hang of his studies, Eben realizes that something bigger is happening on the seat. Political moves are being made on the streets at night, and somehow his family is involved. In fact, Eben himself is soon drawn into those schemes, and so now he has to juggle learning how to become a wizard while discovering what the growing threat is to Underrealm and not getting killed doing either of those things. If you were to describe the Academy Journals in one sentence, it would be Harry Potter meets The Godfather. Eben goes through all the trials and tribulations of a wizard school, but his powerful merchant family is one of the most feared crime syndicates in all of the 9 kingdoms, and he can't escape that. In fact, that is one of the main themes of the Academy Journals, our inability to completely escape and separate ourselves from the influence and legacy of our family, no matter how much we may or may not be like them. It's only by confronting and acknowledging where we come from that we can alter where we are going, and maybe change the path of other people as well. In addition, the Academy Journals deals heavily with the subject of privilege. Now, I wasn't nearly so privileged as Eben is in the story, but I grew up in fantastic circumstances that anybody would be lucky to have. But I didn't realize that until my late teens, early 20s, and even now I'm still learning many ways in which I am privileged as I go about my life in this world. That's what the Academy Journals attempts to explore, and as a consequence, some readers have said that they find Eben incredibly frustrating because he never really seems to realize how good he has it. But within the first 3 books, and even more so as the series goes on, I attempt to unearth the various ways in which privilege manifests itself and uncover how we can realize that we have it and then use it to help ourselves and others and just make things better in general. There's also multiple strong subplots about romance and love and how they manifest and what the difference is, if anything. The Nightblade epic has almost no romance storyline until the 4th book, and even then it's very subdued, but it's an integral part of the characters in the Academy Journals. Eben's relationship with Adara is complicated, but it is my favorite romantic relationship I've ever written, and the Academy Journals also explicitly deals with LGBT relationships, so if that's your thing, you might enjoy it. And if you haven't read it already, there's a link in the description where you can go and buy the first book, The Alchemist's Touch, on Amazon. I hope you've enjoyed this quick summary. Next week we'll be talking about the Realm Keepers series. Thank you so much for watching. Rebel, do the usual good stuff, comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you Monday? Monday. Bye!